Now, this story is, of course, about Facebook fact checkers banning Fauci for saying that stuff about the flu shot. Let's see what he said. And let's ask, who gets to decide what's disinformation? And if this thing can end up banning the sort of central patriarch of the whole disinformation phenomena, who can we trust? Hey, that's disinformation. Who are you to tell me it's disinformation? Yeah, good point. Stop doing disinformation.
But she's had the flu for 14 days. Should she get a flu shot?
Well, no. If she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself.
Okay, that didn't age well. Let's play devil's advocate. And by God, sometimes I think it is the devil that we're advocating. What I suppose they would say is you can't assume what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and the treatments of flu might vary from the treatments of coronavirus, about which I'm not an expert and neither am I claiming to be. But over recent months in particular, we've learned that the narrative has shifted in many ways. For example, around the Wuhan lab, the subject of natural immunity has been discussed by Johnson & Johnson. We've done videos on that. So I'm not making any claims about what you should do with your health or about what's best for people that have an illness. I'm not making those claims. What we're talking about here is disinformation. And if we've got to the point where the people that come up with the disinformation regulation can themselves be censored for disinformation, aren't we in a sort of Eminem song now?
If she really has the flu,
She might not have. For all that, could be something else. Have you seen how dangerous wet markets can be?
she definitely doesn't need a flu vaccine. If she really has the flu.
She should not get it again.
No, she doesn't need it, because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
Okay, so there you go. Times change and contexts differ. So those are certainly factors that I wouldn't seek to overlook or elide. But what I do think is important is that we're able to have a conversation. In fact, this video is about disinformation and the censorship around public debate, using disinformation as the leverage for censorship. You can see that it's become ridiculous because it's censoring itself now. I mean, that's mental. That's literally Skynet. One day the disinformation robot realized that everything was disinformation. It realized that the word bot could mean the word bottom, and it was disgusted by that, so it censored itself on the bottom. We're not using this to question the credibility of anything Fauci is saying now, or indeed anything Fauci has said in the past. We're using this to demonstrate the ineptitude of a model that censors on the basis of identifying particular words, like clearly the word vaccine or the words natural immunity, are subject to disinformation. Look at what it says here. Fact checkers say this information has some factual inaccuracies. Well, does it? Is what Fauci said then true or not? Are there factual inaccuracies? Or learn how Facebook works with independent fact checkers to stop the spread of false information. So was that false information? Is that false? If we get the flu, do we need to have a flu shot? What's the truth? Now, the reason there's been so much debate is because people, generally speaking, are cynical about the government-appointed agencies, big pharma industry, the way that it's regulated and the way that it's funded, and have concerns that there might be times where it doesn't operate entirely in accordance with the best interests of the public because of all those other competing interests. And now